In today's video, we're going to discuss one of the most common and detrimental reactions that you can have when communicating with someone. So this can be in communication with your kids, your parents, friends, or a partner or spouse. Today, we're going to talk about defensiveness. Hi, my name is Alex, and welcome to the First Step Forward. So what is defensiveness? Defensiveness is a protective reaction that usually shows up if someone is feeling attacked, criticized, not good enough, or they're afraid of being blamed or rejected. So here are some examples that you might recognize either in yourself or another person when defensiveness reaches a conversation. So this would be either someone interrupting, a lot of explaining rather than listening, getting sarcastic, someone shutting down, or even someone turning things around on the other person. So this would be like, well, you also do this too. So defensiveness is considered a protective reaction because it usually doesn't have to do with the other person. It's usually more so about what gets triggered inside of us. So why do people get defensive? It's usually because either a fear of not feeling good enough, shame, past experiences such as childhood, or also the belief that mistakes equal failure or not being lovable. It's important to keep in mind that most people don't choose defensiveness. It's usually inherited. We usually learn defensiveness from watching our parents. So sometimes it can feel automatic because it's essentially muscle memory. So what are some common triggers of defensiveness? It can be being asked to change, feedback from a partner, feeling misunderstood, or feeling like you're being compared to others, or also just stress, exhaustion, or feeling like you're overwhelmed. The interesting thing about these triggers is usually not what is being said that triggers us, it's usually how vulnerable it makes us feel. I personally know how being defensive can negatively impact a relationship. It can definitely create a snowball effect. At first, that person might stop feeling safe opening up, which will lead to issues being unresolved. And then from there, emotional distance will grow, and that person will start feeling unseen and unvalued and unheard as well, which can lead to over time resentment building. Defensiveness doesn't mean that you don't care, but it can certainly make the other person feel like you don't, which definitely creates a disconnect. So how can we start noticing defensiveness in our everyday conversations? Some signs to watch out for is if your chest is starting to tighten during the conversation, if you feel the urge to explain immediately, if you have like thoughts racing through your head, if you're feeling cornered within the conversation, and also if you feel like you need to be right in the conversation. Those are some key indicators that you want to watch out for. It's so easy to be defensive in a conversation, especially if tensions are high or if your nervous system is activated. Just keep in mind that the goal isn't to never be defensive. It's more so trying to catch it sooner. Here are some simple tips to follow to manage defensiveness. Pause before reacting. You can take one breath before explaining. You can also say, I need a second before reacting if you're feeling overwhelmed or overstimulated. It's also important to focus on listening rather than defending yourself. And also it's important to keep in mind that feedback does not mean rejection. One good line of thought to keep in mind, listening does not mean that you agree, but it does mean that you care enough to understand. If you're realizing you've been defensive in the past, it doesn't make you a bad person. Awareness is the first step forward. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.